Hey, I'm Mike Tillman with the Florida Public Archaeology Network, and today I'm going to take you on a video hiking tour of the Garcon Point water management area. The Garcon Point water management area has a wonderful hiking trail that stretches about 1.5 miles across the publicly accessible part of this water management area. Now today this area is called Garcon Point, but at one time this area was known as Yamazi Point. And it was called Yamazi Point because in 1749 a group of native people called the Yamasee, who were originally from South Carolina and Georgia, but eventually fled into Florida into the early 1700s, had allied with the Spanish and were fleeing from St. Augustine, which had been attacked by the British and their native allies. And they came to this area of West Florida to establish a mission called San Antonio de Punta Rasa. This mission system had been developed in the late 1500s by the Spanish. And really they did it for a couple of major reasons. Other than the fact that they wanted to convert the native peoples to Catholicism, they were really interested on having a reliable source of labor as well as reliable sources of food for their colonies that they were beginning to establish throughout what is now the state of Florida. But by the mid-1700s, the mission system began to crumble. The other mission that we had here in West Florida was along the Scambia River in what's now the town of Molino. And that mission site was actually discovered by University of West Florida archaeologist Dr. John Worth in 2009. But it wasn't until 2015 that a former student of Dr. Worth, Dr. Patrick Johnson, discovered this particular mission here at Garcon Point. For more information about Spanish colonial Florida, I highly recommend checking out Dr. John Worth's website. Now, when I was walking just down this trail, I came across one of the coolest plants that you can find here in Florida, in my opinion, and that is the pitcher plant. The pitcher plant is actually carnivorous, and what's really cool about it is the petal of the plant actually resembles a pitcher. Insects are attracted to the color of the petals and the nectar within the plant, and so they come to it and they actually fall in the pitcher, and then the plant actually secretes an enzyme that basically digests the insect. So the pitcher plant is such a cool plant that eats insects. Now this is actually my first time hiking this area, and I'm really impressed in how beautiful this landscape is. Really, there's not anybody out here right now, so if you do come out here, I'd recommend coming out in the morning time. And then if it's a really busy trailhead, just come back at a different time. Don't try to go when a whole bunch of other people are there. It's such a different experience coming out here when you're either the only person or there's very few people out here. It's absolutely gorgeous.